So I'm out in Minnesota, visiting a lot of clients, which is great. Always love the interaction in person. Feels good. A lot of meetings with some potential future clients as well, which is always great. Love meeting new people, right? But the funny thing is, as I've been having these discussions, there's a topic that keeps coming up, right? Whether we're talking about Microsoft or Salesforce or ServiceNow, SAP, Oracle, because I have other team members with me as well. The topic is really simple. Pricing that you pay up front, it shouldn't just be a given that over your term, especially when you're talking about, again, cloud, software as a service deals, subscription deals, it should not be a given anymore that what you pay up front, you're going to pay over your term. So if you do a 3-year deal or a 5-year deal, it should not be a given. You need to really push these vendors early in your negotiations to not just give you that nice special upfront discount, right? Whether it's a net new product, obviously you need to be focused there, but if you're renewing products, you need to understand what year 1, year 2, year 3, so forth is going to look like. That's number 1. Don't make the assumption that it's just going to be what you paid front. Number 2, I would argue, especially as vendors are moving into the consumption-based models, I would be arguing that the whole volume discount structure that tended to have been pushed to the side a little bit over the years, the volume discount structure also becomes really important. So it's not only just good enough table stakes, year 1, year 2, year 3, flat pricing. You want to have volume discount structures in place in case you grow or when you grow, right? Because the vendor hopes and believes you're going to be increasing your volume. So again, push upfront discounting with a condition that is flat or better volume discount structures. Now, from Microsoft specifically, absolutely ensure that your future pricing table, so you out there that are in the weeds understand what I'm talking about, that future pricing table, make sure your per unit pricing, when you add volume, right, during a true up, make sure that they're not hitting you with your outer year 3, year 5 price, if that price is especially worse than your upfront pricing. That needs to be absolutely table stakes when you're negotiating a contract. And here's what I'll tell you, even when you ask the question, and even when they give you an answer, absolutely plan. Look closely when you get that actual CPS. Make sure that it is the right per unit pricing in that future pricing table. So again, there's been a long period of time where this should just be obvious, right? I'm paying something up front, I need more of it, I pay that price. Don't assume that anymore. Number 2, volume discount structures. Across the board, but definitely if you're in any type of volume kind of, where there's gonna be volume increase, consumption-based products. Number 3, Microsoft specifically, this one's for you. Pay attention to that future pricing table. Now lastly, some vendors are going to talk about upfront discounting year 1 to offset the time in which it's going to take to get value out of that product for new products. That's great. Don't let them make the difference between year 1 and your outer year price that much dramatically different. Don't let them do that. And on top of that, your renewal term price protection, which you've heard me say this ad nauseum, you make sure you have the right one with limited conditions, the right cap, so forth and so on. Understand that if your year 3 price or year 5 price, that last year before the renewal, that sets the baseline for your renewal protection. So make sure you have that covered. Make sure you're pushing your vendors. Don't just assume anymore. This is an opportunity for vendors to increase annual contract value without doing anything, and the market wants that.